Hey guys. Oh, sorry. I had to get you guys on that on the tripod. There you go. You're all good. Anniversary edition. Okay. Hey guys. Hello, hello, hello. I'm waiting for Mr. Ernie. He's on a work call. It may be a special day. Hey Valerie. Hey Sharon. Special day, but he's still working. And it's after 5. Turkey. Hey Angie. Okay. Let's see if I can get you guys all set up here. Okay. We had a fun day today. We went out to the country house. Hey Nidra, hey Donna, hey Debbie, hey Lynette. Oh, no snow. There's still snow on the ground. I still have a little pile in my front yard because it's been, hey Sherry, because it's been so cold. And then we drove out to the country today, and there's still, like, in all the shaded areas, there's still a ton of, not a ton, but there's a lot of snow everywhere. And then, of course, hey Frida, hey Kathy, there is still, hey Sandra, coming out of the rocks, because we have like rock bed underneath the earth here in Tennessee. So when they cut roads in and they leave the rock on the side, there's like waterfalls that come down and they're frozen. It's so gorgeous, beautiful. Hey Karen. Yay, give me a thumbs up, you guys, and leave a comment. Let me know what your weather's like, where you're viewing from. Today's our anniversary. We had a good day. We went out to the country house, and guess what we did today? Hey, Carmelia, we ordered a bed and nightstands for the country house. That was our gift to each other for, hey, Marie. Hey, about Fairfax, Virginia, in the house. We ordered a bed. I'm so excited. I would show you guys my, what is it called? The board that you put together. I can't even think about it right now. You know, with all the inspiration. Mood board. I put a mood board together. Ernie and I did. And so we ordered the bed today. We ordered the nightstands. I know what bedding I'm getting. I've got to find my email from my, from the drapery people that want to sponsor me. I'm so excited. Ernie's coming in. So let's turn this around a little bit, because that way you guys will be able to see him when he gets here eventually. One day. Are you coming?
Maybe.
Anyways, I have a company that wants to sponsor me, and I'm so excited. I mentioned this a couple lives ago that they sorry. There he is. There's the man. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Deidre. Thank you. Thank you, Donna. You know what somebody said so rude, and they got deleted because I block idiots on my channel. If you're an idiot, I block you. Not any of you guys. You guys are amazing. But you know what I'm talking about, those weirdos. They said I look like a bird with my new glasses. Well, I don't care. I'm a cute bird, huh, babe?
Ruda.
Ruda. But anyways, we look at all these happy anniversaries. So
hi,
sweet.
guys. Sorry, I'm trying to read and I'm not used to this stuff. She's the pro.
Everybody, look at right here. Anyways, so we did that. Where was I? I was saying something. We ordered the bed. We ordered the nightstand. Oh, my mood board. I would show it to you guys, but I can't because we're on my phone. So I can't show it to you guys, but.
And it's paint swatches. We got the paint swatches and stuff.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. I have to start already blocking. Like, seriously, do these people?
Do they have a life?
No, they don't have a life. They do not. It's gross. Ernie, I want you to tell everybody, do you think these people would say those things to my face?
Nope.
41 today is our anniversary. 41 years. Going on 141 years. He's such a good guy. Okay, so we ordered the bed. We got the nightstand. That's our anniversary gift to each other. I filmed some stuff for you guys, and then and that video will come out tomorrow so you guys can see the colors that we chose for the country house bedroom, because I mentioned to you guys that we really want to get the bedroom done so that we can start staying there. Like, it would be really great if we could have stayed this weekend.
Yeah,
it would have been really nice, but
we need that.
Yeah, big blessing, Mrs. Clayton. Big blessing. Thank you so much for all the anniversary wishes. You guys are so sweet. Thank you, Mars. Gracias, gracias from Illinois in the house. If they have a death wish, correct, Karen, correct. I'm a sweet girl, but what's the secret to marriage? What's the secret to marriage? Just trying.
No, I guess I think I said it before. Just communication and just be like truthful to one another. Don't. I guess we all fib a little bit here and there. But
you fibbed me.
Sometimes. No, just to be truthful and honest. And then just communicate throughout. Because. Some couples just say, always, I have, like friends or whatever, and people, they'll say, oh, I have my guy weekend or my girl weekend or whatever. I mean, that's all great here every once in a while, but, you gotta, I don't know, I guess, just be truthful to each other and you gotta like each other. And it takes work. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But with it being just being honest with each other and stuff, and like she'll ask me like, how does this look on me or whatever, and I tell her no or yes, or it looks fine, it looks great, or she tells me the same thing. I tell her, I say, hey, and she'll like today I was wearing something. I said,
the wrong color shoes, and
it was the way she said it though. It was like wear the black shoes. Stuff like that. But that's the honesty, right? And you want that. And
but you asked,
right? But I'm just saying. I mean, that's the honesty that you gotta have.
I'm super blunt, you guys. I don't. The filter that everybody was born with, that the filter where you think before you speak, that I was not blessed with that. So it just comes out. I don't know. And I wear my expression on my face or how I'm feeling about something or somebody. It's all right here on the face. Let's just put it this way. If you are in my presence and I don't like you, you will know. If you are in my presence and I love you, you will know. And that's just me, 100%. I just am that way. I don't know how to be fake. I can't. And we just had that huge conversation without mentioning any names of any channels.
Right.
We were just talking about that because I always support so many channels and watch all the girls, even though I don't comment, on their videos or whatever. I give them a thumbs up. Sometimes I share with you guys channels, but other channels will come up on my YouTube, like to watch. And they're just so phony. And I told my husband, I told Ernie, I said, I can see right through these people. Like, they're so phony. I can't believe they have, 12,000 views or 15,000 views because, anyways, I don't understand it. And it just, it's mind boggling to me. I don't know. I had a green bus. I love wore it with brown pants glints and it looked like poop on the grass. Glinniford.
No, but
yes, Debbie, that's important though, isn't it? It's important. Like, I feel like I always tell Erin, what do I always say? It's a
blessing and a curse.
And a curse. It's a blessing and a curse because, yeah, and I think it's my French side. Would you say it's like my mom, like the French side of me?
Yeah.
No,
she was just very blunt and honest, and you appreciate that from people. And like in a relationship, I mean, it's like I mentioned before, just you have to be just real with each other and support each other. You have to do that.
100%.
Just a lot of times, people just don't support each other, or
yeah,
because it's not easy. We all have ideas. We all have kind of dreams, or what if I did this, but Anna may not support me on it, or she may say the same thing about me. But I mean, we've always kind of supported each other.
Not kind of.
Cockamamie stuff. No, I mean we have little ideas or whatever, and it's good to have that support.
He supports everything I do. Everything I do, every cockamamie, is that what you call it? Cockamamie idea that I have, is that how you say it? I have any idea I have, he supports it 100%. If I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail. But he's always there to pick me back up and let me know it's okay. Always.
Well, it's like you gotta have that, try it. And if it works, it works. If not, then you move on. That's
100%. Yeah. That and so when Ernie and I first got together, most of you guys that are watching now may not know our story, and I'm not going to go into the whole story because it'll take us all night long, but we've been together since I was 16 and he was 17. That's when we met. And we got pregnant and married at 18 and 19 and had our first baby when we were 19 and 20. And we were, like, nobody believed that we were gonna make it. Everybody thought we were gonna fail. And then the good news is that, well, I've always said this to you, you're a gift from God. Like, he was put in my life at the most, like, a very critical time in my young life. And so, he was a gift to me. And we had so many conversations of dreams. And you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say one of the keys to a long, strong marriage is never stop dreaming.
Yeah.
Never stop dreaming, ever. We've never stopped dreaming about what's next. We've never let society tell us that we're too old or we shouldn't, or we've never stopped dreaming. We've always dreamed of more for ourselves. We've always dreamed of aspiring to become better people, because we didn't know what we were doing when we were young. I mean, we lived paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes we spent more than we made. We made so many. I mean, the swap meet was like our thing to do on the weekends. We were kids. We were kids with a kid. We had an apartment. Remember when they broke into our apartment and stole that sad clock that we bought at the swap meet? We had our first apartment. It was the smallest little apartment, and you walked in, and there was this huge wall, and I had bought one of those, a clock like the size of a dinner. I guess that was the beginning of my decorating. It was like the size of a dinner plate, and I hung it on the wall, and we had like a clock on the wall. And we lived in a pretty rough part of town. I really wanted to give you guys a tour of that when we were in San Diego. We just couldn't get around to it. But we lived in a pretty rough part of town. And what was it?
It wasn't that.
Oh, it was not as bad as our second apartment. The second apartment was a pretty rough part. Now you don't want to live there now. But anyways, we came home one day and we walked in and the clock was gone. Somebody had broken into our house and stole my darn clock. Oh my gosh. Hey, Brian from Ireland. Hey, Pamela. Let me just take a quick minute to say hi. Thank you, Michelle. Valerie, he is. Thank you, Trina. Thank you, Ada. So sweet.
Yeah, I guess you can say, we grew up together.
We did.
And
yeah.
I think somebody just mentioned that. And it's true. We kind of did. And we, like Anna said, we never stopped dreaming.
No.
And we always wanted to have like obviously you start in an apartment and you always wish to have your own house and with a yard and stuff like that. And, just little by little over the years, you just become just lean on each other to, for support, for early on, in my career, just working construction, it was tough, but it was always fulfilling, and I was lucky enough to work for some good companies and stuff like that, and just became, we got our first house, and man, we did so much work on that house. Gosh. It was crazy. Yeah. But that was like, I guess the real beginning of everything, on how we wanted to have and not to have like like material things or anything like that. It was just exciting to turn it into something that we wanted and how we wanted to live and stuff. Yeah. And I think every house that we've had,
our parents were like so scared for us. Yeah. Remember that? Yeah. Our first house. But, our parents. I mean, it was super cute house, but it needed a lot of work. I think I told you guys a story about how I moved in one day, because this is how I used to be. In one day, it was a 3-bedroom, but one of the bedrooms was actually part of the living room, and somebody somewhere down the line had turned it into a bedroom and just made the living room really small. And we were at that stage in life where the kids had a lot of stuff. Like we needed more living space, yeah, as opposed to bedroom space. So in one day after Ernie left, because I woke up every morning and made him breakfast and made him lunch, and I would have my time before the kids got up. And I got up early. He left for work. I got the kids off to school. And as soon as they left, I took a sledgehammer to that wall. And in one day, I moved Ernie and I into the small bedroom. I moved all 3 boys into the big bedroom, and I knocked down the living room wall. And Ernie came home sick. He was sick. And I can count on one hand how many times he's come home sick. He came home sick, and I just went out there and I was like, back your truck up. and I had made the living room bigger, and so we got that all situated. We couldn't even afford to replace the carpet where the wall was, so I hired a carpet guy to come in, and he took carpet from one of the closets and he seamed it into that spot. Yeah. It worked. And then I did the bathroom. That was fun. I took a sledgehammer to one of the bathrooms.
Kind of scary.
And then when I started threatening the kitchen, he bought me a brand new house, so that was fun. I was like, that's all I had to do was start tearing walls down. Oh, Michelle, that's wonderful. You raised each other. Yeah, we raised each other for sure. It doesn't come with challenges. I think that there's a false sense of perfect marriage. I think that people need to be more honest and open about how marriage works, because I know people personal to me, I'm not going to mention any names, but they divorce because they don't like something about the person, or, the person didn't like something about them, or what have you. And it's just, I think it's a false sense of 1950s television, like marriage is this perfect entity where you don't fight, you don't disagree, the hubby goes off to work and you keep a perfect house and you never get tired and blah, 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 blah. I got tired a lot. He would come home from work. I remember Mary, I would go to Mary's. Yeah. So there was a neighbor down the street, friend, And she worked at one of the restaurants in our town, and so I knew all the girls, and so all the waitresses would come over and they would all hang out. And so after I fed the family and did the dishes, I would get my Coke and I would walk over there and I would just chill with them for like 2 or 3 hours. And he was in charge of the kids, and I would go home and get them ready for bed and all that stuff. So thank you, Lisa. Were you Guy first love? Am I reading that wrong? What does that say?
Yeah. Were you guys first? Yes.
Oh, were we each other's first loves? No.
Rude.
He wasn't my first love, but he's my last, and that's what matters. Well, you know what? That's not really true.
That's it. I wanted to hear it.
You're my first.
I didn't know anything about that.
You're my first true love. My first true love. No, we're not going out.
Not tonight.
Yeah, we met in high school. High school, first period math class. 10th grade, 11th grade.
She couldn't keep her eyes off of me.
Oh, okay. Interesting. No, we're not going out, Pam. We're staying in. We actually went out to lunch. We had a nice lunch. We're so past that. We're like at the age now where I like to come home and have coffee hour, which we had. We had coffee hour and then caught up on the news.
Everything is around coffee hour. Everything.
And then we ordered our bed and we ordered our nightstands. I need to get lamps. Ernie found me some beautiful lamps. To my kids. Oh, that's wonderful, Marie. I love it. Glenn knows Dave Cassidy was my first love. Oh, Sherry, you're freaking hilarious. Oh, please don't trust your stares. They're always up to something. You're cute, but I gotta remove you. Oh my gosh. Crazy. What do these people do for a living? Do they just go on people's channels? And he is a nice guy. He has.
Thank you, Pamela.
He is a nice guy. But anyway, so I share and tomorrow's video I'm going to share with you guys the colors that we chose for. So our thing is we want to get that bedroom done so we can start staying out there. And spring is going to be here real quick. So
yeah, we got to start planning stuff for like trees. We got to start working on the
look at, we're all grainy. How weird is that?
Yeah. Anyways, we're going to start looking at trees and stuff. I was looking at a nursery we're going to visit here in the next couple of weeks, hopefully when this cold front leaves us and stuff, and then we can start ordering trees and start working on the outside. I got work to do before we do any of that.
It's all the unfun stuff.
Yeah, I got to do some layout of how we're going to do the backyard as far as like a patio where garden's going to be, some retaining walls that I think we're going to need in that area. And there's a lot of planning. So we've got to get going. So we definitely need to spend time out there, weekends. For sure.
We have a truck driver watching. Oh, thank you. Hey, from Germany. Germany in the house. Share pictures when we were young. We have some cute ones. I will. You haven't gone home in 13 years. You want to see us? Because I already kissed him. I only kiss him once a day. That's the rule. Anyway, so we're gonna get that. Thank you, Carrie. We're gonna get that the bedroom done, and then okay. So then we went to Lowe's, and we they haven't called me. I scheduled.
They'll call tomorrow.
Yeah, we scheduled an appointment. Well, the appointment's not set yet, but we got it all solidified for them to come out and measure all the windows at the country house for shutters. We think we're going to go with shutters. We're not 100% sure, like these here. We'll see, but either way, they're going to come out and measure, and then we'll know. Like,
yeah, we want to start getting some quotes and stuff.
Yeah,
and stuff like that, window coverings, and we got to get quotes on trees because we're gonna need a lot of trees for the outside.
Yeah. I show you guys the neighbor that's the house closest to us. They got a shed put in, and it's like right up. Well, it's in the backyard, like the back part of the property.
Yeah, where the garden's gonna be.
And they got chickens. They have a chicken coop. I'm so jealous that they already have chickens. Wow, that's awesome. Well, good for you. I'm sorry your parents passed away. Yeah, I love the shutters. They're the Gable. What is it called?
Yeah, Graber.
I can't Graber or something shutters, and they're the composite, so they work well like in bathrooms and stuff with moisture. They're really good. So, oh yeah, Dawn, I'm gonna get chickens as soon as we move out there one day. I'm gonna get chickens. I hope I'm not too old to take care of them. But everybody has chickens out there. There's so many houses that have signs for eggs. I told Ernie it'd be really cool to have like for him to build me like a little booth where people can come and buy the chicken eggs. I'll just put them out there with a jar, and it'll be like on a, what's it called? Faith, like, because it'll just be people in the, on down our road that will see it.
See, don't you love it how she says Ernie will just build everything? I'll do it in a couple hours.
I'm super impatient, and he is super patient. When he starts on something, I want it done like today, and he has to tell me before he starts on something, babe, you do know this is not going to be done today. It's going to take me like a week to do this. Like I have to hear that. The honor system. Yes, Janice. I have to hear that because I want things done now. And he's like, well, you guys have seen me hang stuff. I like measure with my fingers and my eyes. No, this one, he pulls out I've done a couple of things, but he'll pull out the measuring tape and measure the back of the I have no time for that, okay? I measure everything with my eyes.
Measure twice, measure once.
Ernie wants to retire. No more projects.
Yeah, so like a quick story, like when I did the pantry, in her mind, I'm supposed to, I should have been done with that in a couple hours. And I told her, I said, it's going to take me the rest of the day. You mean I can't put stuff on it today? No, because I got to finish it today and I got to paint it the next day. But, in her mind, it's 2 hours. In a couple hours, you should be done. I mean, it's just a couple shelves here and there.
Well, isn't that the way projects are supposed to work? No. Hey, Paula, how are you, honey? I've been thinking about you. I'm sorry you haven't been well. I'm sorry to hear that, sweetie. I'm glad to see you here, though. I think about you when I don't see you. I worry for you when I don't see you. So I'm glad you're here tonight. You just eyeball things. Yeah. Yes.
Everything's now, I want to put up today, and it should be done today so I can decorate it. All at the same time, all in the same hour, right?
Paula, we love you too. Everybody add Paula to your prayer list. If you pray, Paula needs our prayers. I want it. Francine said, hey, Anna wants it done on YouTube 25 times speed cleaning.
Yes.
It's true.
It's true. That's how she wants it done.
You know what's so funny is I will never in a lifetime ever please my entire audience. My music's too loud. My music's too low. I go too fast. I go too slow. I tell you that all the time. It's freaking hilarious. The comments, I was telling Ernie, my daughter-in-law, she started a channel, 𝓒𝓪𝓯𝓯𝓮𝓮. If you guys haven't followed her, she's just starting out. She could really use you guys' support. Um, she's doing a great job. But anyways, why did I bring her up? Oh, yeah.
Comments?
Oh, yeah, I was talking about comments. I was talking to my daughter-in-law and I was saying you have to have really thick skin when you do YouTube because there's people who are losers with no life and they will just come and they will just comment the stupidest stuff, like the most annoying things they will say. And you just have to, I have super thick skin and I'm confident in myself. Like, I don't care what people say. Like, I've had somebody, I said I was 58 years old and somebody said, 58? I thought you were more like 60 plus. My new glasses have bird eyes. What are some of the other comments people have said where I'll I'll screenshot them and send them to Ernie. I'm like, I'm about to pop off at this person. And he's like, just ignore it because I'm I'll clap back. But I'm not going to get into fights with people on the internet. Trolls, total trolls. Oh my gosh, Jeanette, I saw that. Did you guys get 10 inches? I saw like 8 or 10 inches, Jeanette. Like you guys had a ton. So crazy. You did, Lisa. Thank you. I'm gonna help her. Like, I want to help her. I want to help her. Like, all the ins and outs that I had to find on my own. All the little tricks that I had to find on my own. Nobody helped me with this, so I had to find out where to get my music. I had to find, all that kind of stuff. So she's trying. She's gonna do great. She's gonna do great. Thank you, Donna.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Lupe.
See, Michelle has her husband is a Finnish carpenter. See, and there's...
Your house is always the last on the list. Oh, Michelle, that would drive me crazy. Oh, my gosh. Her channel is 𝓒𝓪𝓯𝓯𝓮𝓮. Let me see if I can write it down. Do I have a pen anywhere? Yeah, let me get a pen. You stay there.
Am I good? Am I staying here? Am I allowed?
You're so funny. You're a funny guy.
I try to be sometimes.
I'm going to keep you, though. Okay. This might be backwards, though, if I show it on here.
Just share it when you have a chance, but you don't have to do it right now.
Oh, that's right. I'll just type it in the comments. What am I thinking? See how old school I am? I just want to do everything old school. I'm going to write it in the comments.
That's why I'm here.
Right. That's why you're my husband. Because I need that. I put it in the comments. So it's, let me see it. Maybe if I do @𝓒𝓪𝓯𝓯𝓮𝓮, maybe it'll give it a link. I don't know. We'll see it. 𝓒𝓪𝓯𝓯𝓮𝓮. Yes. That's her. So, anyways, I was telling her you have to have really thick skin because people are just obnoxious. They're so obnoxious. Let me see. You got a foot. Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen snow in your area? Like, is that the first time ever? I know it was historic.
Yeah, some places I've never seen that before. Like in the panhandles.
Wasn't it like the last time it snowed like in the 1800s or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Something ridiculous. It's so wild. You're welcome, Erica.
Yeah, I thought my
Jeanette, don't shovel it. Just let it melt. We still have snow in our front yard because it's been so cold. A little tiny patch. Nothing like, it's just in a shaded area because it's been so cold. 1895. I knew it.
Wow.
You're too sensitive to have a YouTube channel. Yeah, you have to have thick skin. And you have to understand that the people that are, this is what I told my daughter-in-law, the people that are writing this stuff to you they're losers. Like, they have no life. They're losers. So you just don't sink to their level.
You don't even pay attention to it.
Yeah, you don't sink to their level. They're just losers and they have a sad life and they're jealous or they're bored, something like that. So you just, Oh, your sidewalk, yeah. Oh, it's a lot of work. Snow is not easy. We were just talking about
We
how
did a little bit of that.
Yeah, we did. We had to do our driveway when we came home because it was ice and with snow on top when we got home from Florida. But but it was slushy. It was pretty easy. I used a regular shovel. Ernie had the snow shovel and I used a regular one to like get under the ice, and then he was shoveling what I didn't have to do much work. I just slid it. It worked out great. We have a snowblower. See, we'd invest in a snowblower. We might need to out in the country because it's a little hilly. Oh, you ain't gonna shovel that driveway.
Maybe not.
That driveway, you're not gonna want to shovel. No, you can't, Susan. You just never can please everybody. It's just impossible. So I just do me. But I think you guys are gonna really like. You think they're gonna like the country bedroom, like everything we come. Another thing that I need to find is a carpet store. So I want to try and see if I can find a place that will bind carpeting for me. I don't know if you guys know you can do that, but usually if you find a flooring store that has remnants, so they have rolls, like end of rolls, or sometimes they'll just pull off a roll for you. One of the places that I worked at when I sold flooring, it was called Carpet Blowout, and he would do that for clients. And so you can go in. Lowe's doesn't do it. I know Home Depot doesn't do it. I found out Lowe's doesn't do it today. It's typically like a flooring store, but you can go in, you can choose the carpet that you want, and you can give them the measurement. The carpet comes in 12-foot widths. That's how wide the rolls are. But you can tell them you want a carpet, whatever. So you have to buy however many yards that is from the carpet supplier, the person you're buying the carpet from. And then usually they have a binder where they'll send the carpet to a place that will bind it for you into an area rug. So you don't always have to buy area rugs on Amazon or Home Depot or whatever. You can actually customize an area rug for yourself. And I was really into that when I was selling flooring. That was something that I really loved to do for our houses. So I'm going to do that for the country house. Hopefully I can find a place here. I have no idea of any.
I told you that we found a place. We just need to go and talk to them.
Maybe we'll go on Saturday. Oh my gosh, Sarah. Are we planning a garden, babe? We're trees for sure, Sarah. Ernie was just saying that. He found a nursery out near the new house. And so I think we're going to try and.
Yeah, we need to go and see. I mean, they have a large selection of trees, of different kind of trees, and we need to buy. And then they come in, deliver, and if we want them to plant,
they do.
Yeah, they do everything.
Yeah, we want them to plant for sure.
They'll come in with a machine and auger and stuff like that, and then we can help them.
Dustin got 3 inches of snow. That's wild. Yeah, Donna, it's true. It's true. They're just not raised. Now, my grandkids are all being raised amazing. I got to tell you a story about my granddaughter. We went to the Bell Buckle Cafe. Ernie and I have taken the camera with us to that place. It's lovely. It's a lovely little restaurant. Very country, and the food is so good there. Oh, I'm craving it now. We got to go eat lunch there.
When?
This weekend.
Well, we're going to be over there in that area, aren't we?
Yeah. Bell Buckle Cafe is so good. Anyways, we had the kids with us, my son, daughter-in-law, and all the kids. And my Ernie was sitting to the left of me. My granddaughter was sitting to the right of me. And the waitress was going around and taking orders. And she walks up to...
She's funny.
She walks up to Ernie and she says, and you, sir, what can I get for you? And she had an English accent.
Yeah.
I loved it. And so Ernie goes, starts talking to her, and my granddaughter's all, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. She's 3 years old, ma'am. And so finally the waitress looks over and she goes, yes, she goes, you have a bee in your house. It was a fly. There was a fly in the restaurant. And she goes, and that's my Lito. She was jealous because the waitress called him sir. She's 3 three. And we're Lita and Lito, which is short for abuelita and abuelito. So our grandkids call us Lita and Lito. Oh my gosh.
She's got her personality.
I know, Lisa, you guys have fires. What were you saying about me?
The baby has her personality.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, 12 inches. See, I was saying, I telling Ernie today how wonderful it is to live where we live in Middle Tennessee, because we get to enjoy the snow. I would say, I mean, this is the first year we haven't had snow that lasted for a week.
Yeah.
The first 2 years
last
we were here.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot last year and the year before. It lasted for a whole week. This year I was in Florida, so I didn't get to experience that. We came home, there was still snow in our front yard and everything, but we get to just enjoy it for what it is, and then it goes away, you know. But then again, we have the tornado season, so there's that. Susan, yeah, you do. You have to have super thick skin to be on the internet. You just have to, you know, and I try not to overshare. And so when I edit my videos, there's a really fine line, because I feel like if you're going to have a channel and you're going to share, you know, content with everybody who's investing time in your channel, you want to let them get to know you, you know? And so that's why when I edit my videos, after I get it all edited and uploaded, I go sit and watch it on my TV. And how many times have you been sitting there and I'm like, ooh, I need to take that out. I need to edit that out, because I'm so real with you guys that you have to find a balance of what's oversharing and what's not, you know. And I may have overshared in, you know, the beginning, I don't know, but whatever. I'd like somebody. Hi, Lita. Hi, my Aiden. My boop boop de doops. That's my original boop boop de doops. Everybody say hi to my oldest grandson, Aiden. My boopies. I love you, boops.
Hey, big boy.
Oh. Bye, Pam.
Pam.
Yeah, so you have to find a balance for that, for sure. And the, you know, and the sharing. And then just, yeah, you know, if you share too much, you're giving ammunition to the jerks, basically. Thanks, guys. And hi to my boop boop de doops. And that's what I call all my grandkids, boop boop de doops. Is that oversharing?
Oversharing.
And he's my oldest boop boop de doops. I always tell this story. When he was an itty bitty newborn, I would put him on the sofa next to me and I'd rub his belly and I have jazz music playing and he would fall right to sleep. And I did that so that I could get up and do things after he fell asleep. And now all the grandkids know when they hear jazz music, it's night time. Hey, Leonore.
Hey, Leonore.
Thank you, everybody, for saying hi to my boop boops, my boop boop de doops. I'm going to get my hair done tomorrow. Thank you. Jesus, look at that. It's all Ernie's fault. He gives me gray hair.
Oversharing.
Oh, you had a home. Son lived with you. They moved. You sold house and content and moved with Ernie. Then I got lost. You were in another house, sold again at Tennessee. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Earlier in the live, I mentioned that you got to keep things fresh. You always got to dream. No. So what happened was we sold our forever home, and then we ended up buying again in SoCal. We went back to SoCal.
It's a forever home every 2 years.
Another forever home. We were only there for a year because our son and daughter-in-law and the kids moved in with us, and they both of their industries were affected by the shutdowns, the illegal shutdowns, and so they were both affected by that, and so they needed a boost, and so we bought this big house for them to move in with us, and we thought it was going to take them a year, maybe 2. They did it in 7 months. They were able to figure it out. So we had thought, well, eventually we're going to move to Tennessee, Texas.
We weren't sure where.
Well, we had
until we kept
but we had
visiting.
states that we were,
Right.
It was Tennessee, Florida, and Texas.
Right.
Those were the 3 places we were looking at. When they decided to move to Tennessee, they decided to move to Middle Tennessee. We originally were thinking we were going to move to East Tennessee. So they made that decision real easy for us. No, we moved to Temecula when, how old was Robert? When our youngest was still in elementary school.
Yeah.
How old was he?
10.
10? He was 10. He's
10 or 11.
10 or 11. And yeah, we got the heck out of San Diego and we thought we moved so far away. Oh my gosh, it was an hour. And we loved Temecula. Well, actually, for the first 3 years, I was like, get me out of here. I need to go back to the city. I need to go back to San Diego. Get me back. And all the women that I met, because I had like a book club there, and all the women I met were like, give it 3 years, give it 3 years. And they're right. After 3 years, I did not want to go back to San Diego. Missy Moo, hey, New Zealand's in the house. So I love that. Oh, thank you, Rita. So sweet. Good night, Tracy from England. Yeah, so we moved to get out of the city. There was a lot of things that we needed to get away from. And we're so happy we did, because all 3 of our boys met their beautiful wives there. So that's just another God wink, you know. Italians. Anyways, where was I?
Yeah, so you went all over the road.
I'm all over the road.
See, she gets going and you can't stop her.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
That's how that's how I am. But anyway, so we got the bedroom set all ordered. I think we've decided on a color, right? For the master.
I think so, yeah.
And then we're gonna do shiplap in there. And so Ernie found that material today, right?
Yeah, so we're going to do a wainscoting.
Wainscoting, sorry. We're going to do that. Or did we decide on the paneling? It was more cost effective because we're going to get the same look.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing like French country cottagecore. Like pretty much what I have here, but just, I don't know. It's pretty much what I have here, you know?
Yeah, same style.
Kind of, yeah. Same colors for sure, because I can't not do my blue. Gotta do my blue and white ginger jars. So we're doing, thank you, Lori. So pretty much the color scheme here, I would say, with a few changes. So
this is alabaster white that we have here. I think we're gonna go with the soji white over there.
The soji, that's what we liked. Yeah.
So
I'll show you guys. Will
creamier,
see.
I think, for the bedroom. I think it works well with.
And then did we decide on that color that we chose for the bathroom?
No, we were trying to get a little more.
Don't say the color.
A little lighter.
Lighter than what we have up there?
It's just a tad.
What if we just add white to it?
No.
No?
No. There's different colors. We need to go to Dunn Edwards because we did Sherman-Williams, and they do have different palettes, so we need to go there.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, the carpet, I think we're going to try and do that this weekend, right?
Yeah, we can go check it out.
Yeah, tomorrow we're babysitting, grandbabies. Hey, Dina from a couple doors down.
Hi, Dina.
Oh, that's so sweet, Jeanette. Yeah, oh gosh, I gotta have my blue. I'm French country. No, I've always been French country, no matter how far I try and stay away from that. There are touches of French country throughout my entire house. I don't really have a style because, as you guys know, I don't follow trends, and I don't do what's popular, and maybe that's why I'm not a big YouTuber, because I don't follow trends. Denmark in the house. Thank you, Tobias. How different are Americans from mainstream movies? You've always wondered. Oh my gosh, Hollywood is so fake, so different. so different. It's funny because when here in Tennessee, when I tell people I'm from California, they get wide-eyed, like, they're either wide-eyed because they don't want me here because we're from California, or they're wide-eyed and go, I've never been, and they want to know what California, and they think of California and they think of Hollywood and Beverly Hills and all that, and it's so far-fetched. However, there's big differences.
Yeah.
Because we're on two different coasts. Listen, I love California. I'm a proud California girl, born and raised there. It's a beautiful state when it's not on fire. Promise. Beautiful state. It really is. Yeah. It's a beautiful state. And we love it there. But as far as retiring in California, unless you are super wealthy or willing to just beg for money once you know,
it's just not sustainable.
It's not doable for a lot of people. So, from the movies, like, I don't know, how would you answer that?
No, I mean, I think people, are, we're regular people. Just, you go to work, you do stuff around your house, and in the Hollywood or in the movies, it's always this glamorous life where people live in these penthouses, apartments in New York.
But I feel like we talk about this all the time. I feel like in California, and we saw that when we went back for Christmas, because I told you that's how I was when we were in California. There is a different energy.
No, there is.
When it comes to appearance, when it comes to things. It's the keep up with the Joneses lifestyle.
Right.
We talked about that. It's really high energy in California, which is different than here in the South. I feel like everything's a competition in California.
Everything is geared, and I don't want to say everything.
Who drives a better car and the bigger house and the designer handbags? And
it's all about appearance and how you look and what brand are you wearing, kind of thing.
And we totally fell into that. Like, that's how we were. We like that to an extent.
Yeah, but not.
We weren't like snobs or anything.
We're always been grounded.
No, we always had our both feet planted on the ground, 100%.
But as far as like the Tobias is, how different is it from the movies? Is very different because, in the movies, like I said, they show the glamour and everybody, full on makeup and the hair done, whatever. It's not like that. I mean, we are just working regular people, blue collar workers and stuff like that. And
it's a beautiful state. I love California. It's beautiful. But I love Tennessee equal. But as far as TV goes, and I think that goes for everything. I think that every state is portrayed a certain way on TV, and it's never the same in real life. Hey, IB, thank you. Yep, keep up with the Jones. Yes, Lisa. So Lisa's in Riverside. She knows. It's very. Let me tell you what. I know more people like Dina, who's on my life right now, lives a few doors down, and comes and sits with me in nice weather because she doesn't like the hot or the cold. So I only see her in spring. Anyways, so I know more people on this block in 2 years than I knew in that house we lived in for almost 10 years.
Right.
Because people... I don't know what it is about California because we're not like that. Remember when we met,
Sure.
Oh my God, huh? Little Gloria and Lee.
Yeah.
When we met Gloria, we met my daughter-in-law's mom's best friend. When we met her, we moved into this cul-de-sac, and Ernie and we're driveway people. Like we're front porch livers, front yard livers. Like we like to be outside. We're from California. You live outside. Like you put a lot of money into your landscape and your backyard because when you live in San Diego, you live outside, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like an extension of your home. So anyways, so we were sitting out in our drive. Ernie was doing yard work or something. I'm sitting out there. I maybe had a glass of wine or whatever. And so we met Gloria and Lee, and they're from Mississippi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we met them, and she came over and she goes, you know what? She goes, I've never met, because they're outdoor livers too. She says, I've never met anybody that does this. Like, you guys are outdoor livers like we are. And we got along great with them because we're those kind of people. Hey, Joanne. Yeah, Jeanette, it's true. I think every country has their city of state, which focuses more towards glamour and such. Denmark has city parts in Copenhagen that can be quite fanatic too. Yeah, I 100% agree.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's how you choose to live and how you were raised.
Yeah.
And I think if you stay grounded, you're always going to get along with people, regardless of what area you go to, what state you go to, as long as, you're just a real person, right? Like that you can communicate with people and stuff. I think people just like you for who you are. But when we went back this Christmas, we noticed that you go to the stores and everybody has this pretentious way about them, the way they talk, the way there is no greeting. Like here in this state, everywhere you go is, good morning, how you doing, sir, ma'am? How's your day going today? Blah, blah, it's just that constant customer service, or just
Southern people are amazing.
Yeah, it's just chit chat, right? Just like normal people should do in every state, right? But over there, it's like you go to a restaurant, people are looking at you like, well, are you gonna order, or like, I'm waiting, kind of thing,
Yeah,
right. And it just it makes you kind of, then you see it being away from it for a while now, and going back, you really see that, and it's it kind of took us back a little bit, right?
It did.
I mean, it just like, whoa. I mean, I hope we weren't like that.
Yeah.
It's
stepping away from what you knew, it makes you realize,
right?
Like you don't see it when you're in it, when you're living in it, but when you leave and then you go back, you're like, whoa, but we're so used to Southern people here. I mean, I go to Publix, and if the cashier's not busy, they'll come around and help me unload my cart onto the conveyor belt.
That's crazy.
What? Like, are you kidding me? That's customer service. I can't go to Home Goods and shop for a pillow without finding out what somebody's doing, what they're decorating. I always go to the grocery store. I always find out what somebody's making for dinner. It's just lovely. People in the South. Hey, Linda. Don, thank you so much. I read that comment. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, Jen, it was very hard. You remember that story? Yeah. Yep. Ernie, Southern hospitality. Yes, it's true. Everyone speaks to one another. They're just so kind. It's going to Lowe's today. We went to Lowe's. Every single employee that saw us greeted us and wanted to know. And I mean, that's kind of a thing with Lowe's anyways. They kind of pride themselves, but it wasn't like that in California.
No.
Every single employee that saw us was like, how are you doing? What can I help you find? Can I help you with anything? How you doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Everybody was so nice.
Within 5 minutes, I think 4 people came by to ask us if we needed anything.
And then the gentleman that helped us with the appointment for the shutters, I was asking if they did binding for carpets, and he said no. He got on his phone and was looking for a place for me. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Kay. God bless you. Yeah, Sherry, the crime. And you guys were in pretty heavily crime area too. Well, we were from Temecula was getting bad. It was getting bad. Temecula was to the point.
Every little city, there's always going to be.
Well, Nashville's. I would never go to Nashville.
Yeah, to the actual city.
I would never go to Nashville.
I mean, it's good. It's good to visit. There's this good stuff to it. Any state you go to, or any city you go, there's always the places that you want to visit. Take a look. Been there, done that. And then, then you get to see it like, oh, okay, I did it. Or you might want to come back. It's just like in California, you definitely want to go and visit, not so much Hollywood or whatever, but go visit, the beaches.
I wouldn't go to Hollywood.
Go up to, the northern part or central part of California around the coast. It's beautiful. So, there's
Where's
that.
my favorite?
Cambria.
Oh, you guys got to go to Cambria,
And then,
California. It's
there's
beautiful.
you go like Tobias is asking, like, what 5 states to go to. Like, New York is a great place to go visit. I wouldn't recommend live there. It's just one. New York.
Oh,
Boston is another place that we've gone to that we love. To go visit.
We've been there twice. We love it.
There's so many. I'm here, Tennessee, right? Florida has its places. Every state has. Their own little niche in their own ways. And
yeah,
when we
were looking for an apartment, when we're looking for the apartment in Gainesville, I wanted to be in the downtown area because I mentioned before that I like to be where there's like, shops and things for me to do during the day. And Ernie was like, nope. It is littered with homeless people in downtown. And so the crime, it's not that all homeless people are criminals. That's not what I'm saying. So back up if you're going to come at me for that. There tends to be more crime where there's a lot of homeless people in my experience. And so he was like, no. And he was right. And I was bummed because it really is. It's an up and coming little town.
Yeah,
it has like really cute restaurants and there's a lot of places like they're trying to revive it. Right. You can tell. So it was really a bummer for me. And they have the cutest little houses. Yeah. The little neighborhood was so cute.
I'm going to turn off
the fireplace. Are you getting hot? Are you having a hot flash?
No.
He's going to turn off the fireplace. Solvang. Yes. Oh, so beautiful. Cambria is my favorite because when you're driving down the one, you have the country with horses and cows on the left of the freeway and the ocean on the right, or depending on which way you're going. One side is the ocean, one side's country. And in that town, they don't have any big box anything. So you're not going to find a name brand grocery store. You're not going to find a Starbucks. You're not going to find a Target. You're not going to find any of that. Everything is original and beautiful. So you can go into like they have a berry there. There's a berry that grows wild there. And you can go into all the little shops during the time those berries are picked. And they have like, breads made with that berry and ice cream and muffins and all kinds of stuff. And anyways, it's just a beautiful, beautiful little town. And it's so funny because the first time we went, they have a beautiful boardwalk, and it's actually a boardwalk, like boards. And Ernie and I were walking on the boardwalk, and I must have had a smile from ear to ear. And we're walking, and I was just so happy. It's just one of those places where you literally can just relax and breathe and just, I can't even explain to you. You crave it, okay? When you leave, you crave it. If you really want a relaxing vacation, go to Cambria, California. It's so relaxing. Anyways, we're walking on this boardwalk, and this lady was walking towards us, and she said, "You have a lovely smile." And I didn't even realize I was smiling, and I was smiling from ear to ear because I was just so happy to be there. And it was just so lovely. And there's a hotel directly across the street. We didn't stay at this hotel, but I told him if we ever go back, we're staying there. They have Adirondack chairs out on the lawn with fire pits. And they're like gas fire pits. And so you can like get a bottle of wine and go sit on the Adirondack chairs and watch the sunset and the ocean. And it's pure heaven, you guys. It's pure heaven. California is gorgeous. It really is beautiful, beautiful state. Let me catch up. You guys are all so sweet. Oh, so somebody asked if our other friends were upset that we left. Okay, so our oldest son, actually, Michael, our oldest son left to Arizona before our youngest decided to move to Tennessee. So him and his wife moved to Arizona. And so that was hard to swallow. And then our youngest and his wife said, we're moving to Tennessee. And we were like, oh my gosh. And so then our son in California, bummed because we got together every Sunday. I had Sunday dinner at my house, and it was Sunday dinner and football season. It was, you know, it was a hard thing, I think, for all of us to get used to. But no, I wouldn't say it was upset. Sad, maybe, yeah. But we were all sad. You know, I wish we could have had it both ways. And it's not that we chose our youngest son over our other son. That's not how that worked. We were going to be moving anyways, and so it was just the right time. And I've told you guys a million times, God speaks to us, and the move was so easy for us that it was God's will. And so here we are, and it's a lovely thing. And we go back 2 times a year. I've been back 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going back in March. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, I mean, what can I say? I can't be everywhere for everybody, you know, but Ernie and I are at a stage in our life where our family is important, but we are important too. You know what I mean? And we need to make moves for ourselves. And our boys have their lives, their forever loves. They're growing their families, raising their families, and doing their thing. And that's what we raised. We raised them to do that. We raised 3 strong individuals, and they're making a go of life, and they're doing what they need to do. And
I mean, as a parent, that's all you could ever wish for, right?
That's all you could. That's what you strive for, you know. And we're so blessed. You know, we don't have any children that are, you know, every day that we have 3 boys, because we didn't know what the hell we were doing when we first started. We had no idea what we were doing. Yeah. We just did our very best, and didn't raise kids that, you know, got addicted to drugs or alcohol. They don't have vices, you know. They're hard workers with good heads on their shoulders. And so that's, you know, but I can't be everywhere for everybody, you know. Right.
Good night, Tobias.
Good night, Tobias. Thank you so much. Good night. I hope you sleep well. You haven't been back since the 80s? Oh, Ivy, thank you. You know, it's just common sense. It really is. It's not that I'm super smart or anything. It's common sense. And actually, he's the one who keeps my head level, because he's the yin to my yang. He's like the ham to my burger. He's the ding to my dong. Like
this is a
family show.
You said it, not me.
Why did your brain go there? What am I going to do with him? I cannot with this guy right now. I can't. We are on live on YouTube.
See?
Look what you did.
I didn't do nothing. You said it.
I cannot with you. You know how many times a day I say that? I say that to him. I cannot with you right now. Thank you, Gail. Oh my gosh. But it's true. He is. Like, he's all of those things, because I have like this zero tolerance. I don't have tolerance for things, okay? Ernie, and we had this conversation like 2 hours ago. Yeah. I was telling him how he is so chill. You know, he can have a conversation about something really, like something, I don't want to say what the conversation, he just has this tolerance level. And I have zero tolerance for stupidity, like zero tolerance. If somebody's doing something dumb or acting stupid, I just fly off the handle, and I get mad right away. And he is like, he'll observe, you know, he'll think about it. He's got like a super chill level, and I don't have that. It doesn't exist in me.
Well, I mean, I've always been like that. I try
super subdued guy.
I try to be in control of any situation. I heard the saying before that, you know, a control man is the strongest man, and I kind of follow that, and it's true. It because if you stay in control of that moment, then you gain the upper hand on whatever it is, right? So I'm always that type of person that would just sit there, listen, and if I need to interact, I'm gonna interact. And then there's a level, right? It's just for me, it's like 3 levels. You know, I try to keep it at level 1 for the most part and see how that moment transpired. If you know, if you're in a predicament with, you know, with an argument or whatever, or you're starting to see that kind of take place, I try to keep it at a level 1, and then if that person continues to elevate, go to level 2, and at that point, level 2 is my absolute reasoning. Hey, this is how it's going to be. You know, just continue to talk through the situation, and level 3 is just, it's over. Done.
Level 3, you it's see done. Red. Like, but I've only seen him maybe twice in 40. How many years have we been together?
141.
More like 43 years, 44 years or something. Anyways, you take that one. Anyways, I've only seen him get to that level maybe twice.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
2 or 3 times.
Nobody ever
maybe
wants to get to that.
No.
But no, I just, for the most part, I mean, there's always a way to.
And it's just with, you're a super chill guy. Like, he is just so chill. I mean, you have to be chill to be married to me, honestly, because I am 0 patience. I want everything done now.
I want everything in an hour.
I want everything done my way. I'm just that kind of person. And one of the things that I've really been working on is patience. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I've been working on that because that's something that I really needed to learn, and I wanted to learn how to do.
It's never too late. It only took her 41 years. Never too late.
It's something I really wanted to learn how to do before, you know, like I never was willing to hear other people's opinions. It didn't matter to me because I didn't care. I was like, if I don't want to hear your opinion, I don't agree with it. I don't want to hear it. But I wanted to change that about myself. So I really have been working on that, and I like it. You know, I've learned a lot about a lot of things.
You're right, Jen. You have to stay level-headed. Yes.
It was like, yep. Jen's husband said it was like babysitting.
Yeah, it's really is what it is. It's the worst thing to try to babysit adult men. You know,
what about me?
Well, kind of.
And thank you, Anne. What I was going to answer, which one of my boys? So we were talking about that, or I always tell Ernie. It's funny because I'm not. Look at how pixelated I am on the computer, but on the phone I'm not. How weird is that? Sorry if it's pixelated. It'll go away in a minute. It's the clouds moving in. But so all 3 of my boys are impatient. All 3 of them have that. They're all impatient. Right?
Yeah.
But
in a control way. It's true.
Yeah, it's true. Because they all are businessmen and they all do really well at their jobs, and they have to. 2 of them are in management positions. Yeah. And so they're super impatient for, like, their impatience comes out in certain things, sports, you know, that kind of stuff. They're impatient and that kind of thing. But all 3 of them have that. But they also have, so Ernie has something that's really special, and he taught all 3 of the boys this. And this is one thing that he said to all 3 of our boys over and over to them is always be the same person with everybody, no matter where you are in life. You know, like, just because you get a title or a position It doesn't mean that you start speaking to people differently. You're always the same person to everybody. And Ernie still has people that will call him from 30, 40 years ago. No, maybe not that long, 20, 30 years ago, that worked for him. They still call him to this day. Some he's lost touch with just because, years have went by, but because he has always been the same to everybody. And so they would call him. I mean, he would have employees that would call him for advice, or if they were out of work, because it's construction, right? And so if they were out of work, they would call him because they knew that they could count on him for advice or help or what have you. And the discipline, no, let me tell you what, I tried to be the disciplinarian. So Ernie started working out of state, out of town for weeks at a time when our youngest was, how old was Robert?
A freshman in high school. Right?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, no,
he was in elementary school. We were in Chula Vista still.
Oh, yeah. Right.
He was a little guy, like 8, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like 8 or 9 when you started working out of town. So it was just me and him because he was 6 years, younger than the 2 older boys. And so they were already working, high school, the whole thing. And I was the one, but let me tell you, I would try really hard. And sometimes, they wouldn't listen to me or whatever. And all it took was a phone call from him to them. And they were, And the one thing that they never wanted to hear is wait until your dad gets home on Friday. Just you wait. That's all that they needed to hear. Thank you, Leonore. Yep. Jaime says the same thing about her husband. So important. Yes. Treat others like you would want to be treated. Yeah. My dad took Ernie under his wing in construction. And my dad was really hard on him. And I would get mad when he would tell me that my dad was really hard on him. But my dad always told him that, why did my dad tell you? He
just wanted me to he didn't, when you work in construction in the crew, it's in construction, when you're the son of or son-in-law or, some kind of sibling or whatever, they're always that you get treated different, with a little special here, a little special there. He never wanted to do that. He always treated me like one of the guys, one of the workers. And I appreciate that because I earned respect from the construction guys right away. And I was running my own crew when I was 22 years old. So, no, 23. I was 23 years old. And I mean, that's pretty young to be, having a foreman position at that time and really not knowing a lot, but then, having, I guess, my personality and I earned it, right? And it's because of him. He taught me a lot on how to do things and how to treat people and you just kind of go through that. And I'm that person because of him to this day. And I grew up in the restaurant business and with my parents, and obviously my parents, instilled really good values in me and stuff. But when I was actually working, not in my parents' restaurants and stuff, and when I was doing construction, it was a big change for me, and I needed that early on, and then it shaped me to the man I am today.
Agreed, 100%. He's amazing. Okay, guys, so tomorrow's video, you guys will see the color that we chose for the bedroom at the country house and the bed. Well, no, not the bed. We ordered the bed. I think I'll wait to reveal that when we get it all set up. It'll be here.
The 29th or the 6th?
29th?
Between the 29th and the 6th.
Yeah. So we'll wait till we get it all set up out there. But I don't want to, we'll have to take it out there, but we got to figure out the paint color. I can go out there and paint. The bathroom?
There's that impatience again.
See, I'm getting impatient already. Um, you know, my mama was a disciplinarian. My daddy was the calm one. Until you cross that line, then it was Jesus save me. Yeah. I didn't get disciplined growing up. That's part of my problem. Thank you, Jaime. Yeah. So we chose the color. So that's what tomorrow's video is. It's kind of a mix of everything. So I always appreciate your guys' support and watching all my videos. I appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We're gonna go watch. What's the name of the show we're watching? Lioness. Yeah. We're watching Lioness. We're still on season 1. If you guys have watched that, drop me a comment down below. Let me know how you like, but don't tell me how it ends because we just started. I think we're on episode 5 or 6. Yeah. So we just started watching it last week. So we're going to go watch that and enjoy the rest of our evening. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye. Let's see.